What's up, everybody? Hang tight, let me get all the computer stuff out of the way, and I'll explain to you exactly what I'm doing. No, it took a little while for the software to go green tonight. That's not a good look. Okay, so I am... Oh, do this. Tweet sent out. Okay, I am officially live on Twitter, live on Twitch, live on Facebook, and live on YouTube. What's up, everybody? A lot of stuff you gotta do before you do one of these live streams, but it's all done. Now I just gotta go. My name's Devin, and I do what I call an alternative broadcast of the Sacramento Kings versus the Los Angeles Lakers. But I use the word broadcast very loosely, and it's basically me just watching with no sound and doing an original play-by-play. Started doing it because of Spectrum and a little bit of a dispute with Spectrum over the Dodgers, and I just don't like the way they treated the Dodgers last year. And you know what? Maybe I took it too far. Now I'm doing Lakers. Anyway, if it's your first time here, you know what? Give it. Have an open mind. Think about it like radio. If you can't get to a TV, and we are at halftime of the, I always forget to set up the game. All right, here we go. Got to set up the game. Sacramento Kings versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Sacramento Kings 24-53, and the Lakers 33-34. Neither teams are making the playoffs, and Sacramento Kings are actually, a tier worse than even the Lakers. So let's hope we win this game, but it doesn't mean very much except for experience. And now we're watching a video shot of the Santa Monica Pier, and it's actually a pretty good one. And it's like a time lapse, and you can see the the merry-go-round go around. But the thing is man, this is actually a really cool video shot. They had the roller coaster on the pier, and it was working. But the problem with the roller coaster is every time you go to the Santa Monica Pier, it's never working. Here's Bob Thornton, the Kings assistant coach, having an interview with NBC Sports California, and I'm officially watching this one on the Sacramento station. I can totally tell. And 43-43. Let's hope the Lakers can win. I don't know anybody on the Kings except that looks like Vince Carter, and he has aged pretty well. Vince Carter is on the Kings. That is great. Let's hope he can dunk. Here's the beginning of the second half. Welcome, everybody. Here we go. 43-43. Caruso is in the game for the Lakers. Caruso, Kuzma, Randall, Lopez, and KCP. And for the Kings, only guy that I can notice right now is a guy with awesome hair. He's got like a sweet kind of afro dreadlocks thing. Number 5 for Sacramento. Definitely my favorite player on Sacramento other than Vince Carter. Julius Randle, quick move left, goes to the hoop and misses the layup. And Sacramento gets the rebound. That dreadlocks guy gives it to Zero, tall, skinny guy gives it back to Dreadlock guy. Dreadlock guy shoots and makes it. Number 5, this guy's got sweet hair, like him already. And Lakers have it. Caruso gives it to Lopez. Lopez fakes the 3 and called for traveling. That's a turnover. Lopez, you know what? I couldn't tell. Caruso did what he could to play defense, but that guy was a little bit faster, and that's going to be a sweet matchup because they look about the same size and the same age. Fox with the awesome dreadlocks, and Caruso is just getting court time because Lonzo's out. But he had a sensational game last time with Caruso or with Zubac, and was the reason we could make a huge 21-point comeback. So it's Lakers are down by 2. They have the ball. Caruso gives it to Kuzma. Kuzma shoots a 3. That's good. And it's 46-45. Lakers are up by 1. Lakers steal the ball. Have it on a fast break. KCP gives it to Kuzma. Kuzma shoots another open 3. No good. And the Kings get the rebound. So their Schnauzer got second. Oh, man. You know what? Ludwig would have won. We were watching the Beverly Hills Dog Show. And you know what? I just kind of like dog shows. It's fun. Kings have the ball. They give it to the skinny white guy. Skinny white guy finds number 7 who was open. So they score 2 points. And they go back up by 1 point. Was that Blagojevich? I think that's Blagojevich. KCP shoots a 3. No good. And the Kings come down with the rebound. And they take it across mid-court. And it looks like they want to play kind of a slower paced offense. Fox shoots an open jumper. No good. Rolls off the top of the rim. Randall gets the rebound, gives it to Caruso. Caruso tries to take it to the hoop, almost turns it over. KCP gets it. KCP takes it to the hoop and makes the easy 2 points and fouled. Gonna go to the free throw line. Wow. And you know what? I've been doing this, I guess, all year. I can tell these days when they get fouled and gonna go to the free throw line. And that was just beautiful. The defender knew that he got beat by, you know what, kind of an old man. Grabbed him, and KCP's at the free throw line. Haven't seen him in a little while. Was he in the game last game? I don't remember him doing anything. It was a crazy game. Zubac and Caruso made a huge comeback. We came back 21 points against the Bucks. Papadopoulos didn't do shit, but then we lost in overtime. But it was Caruso and Zubac that did that. Oh my goodness. Zero just dunked on the Lakers. That was no good. Look at this guy. Got a headband on. Thinks he's cool. Lopez backing in on number 7. Shoots and makes it. Wow. So it's 51-49. 9-10 left in the third quarter. Dreadlocks guy, you know, putting his moves on Caruso, it's kind of working. It did work. Kind of working. He gets it to number 7 just barely. 7 passes it to 25, and somebody's called for a foul. Luke Walton has his hands on his feet, and I think that was maybe traveling himself. And yeah, no, that was Fox. Dreadlocks guy just had an assist to the guy. Zero one-handed alley-oop dunk, and that was awesome. Randall goes back to the lane and fouled by number 7. And Randall, you know what? He plays the same way every time. He just is going to play hard. He's going to go to the hoop. He's going to get hacked, and they're going to call it on him. And that's just what's going to happen for the rest of this season. Who knows what happens next year? Let's hope that they don't screw him on fouls so much. But every single time I'm like, oh, here's Randall. He's going to go to the hoop. This is going to be great. They just hack him. And you'd be surprised how often they just call it on him. Because they're little guys. And somewhere along the way, you're not allowed to do what Shaq did, which is just back in, put it in. That's all he did. It was exciting basketball. We loved it. But I don't think you can get away with that anymore. Because now they put a little guy down there and they just call it on Shaq. Anyway, KCP shoots a 3. No good, and the Kings come down with the rebound. And I'm gonna talk with you guys more during commercials earlier in the game before it gets too fast and I can keep up with the chat. So make sure to leave a comment. Let's talk about something. If you're on Facebook, same there too, but I go to YouTube first. You know what? I'll just focus on YouTube because it's hard enough to do this play-by-play, and then to bring in the conversation is hard because people are talking and you never know where anybody's at. I'm just going to focus on YouTube on the talking with you guys. So make sure you leave a comment. And Caruso, great defense, set his feet, and the guy was called for charging. So Lakers have the ball. Caruso gets it to Lopez. Lopez backs it on Zero, throwing elbows, almost turns it over. Randall gets it, but the referees called a foul before Randall could get the ball. And Zero for the Kings. Man, looks kind of like a badass. His name is Cauley-Stein. Willie Cauley-Stein, 7 points. Already has 5 fouls. A lot of time left in the game. So, you know what? That was definitely a foul. And you know what? Maybe this guy is the quote enforcer for the Kings, and he's just making sure that no one's getting disrespected. Because, you know, that guy looks pretty tough. And I know that hockey players, you need one of those guys. Oh, he complained to the referee and called for a technical. And then, so is a technical also a regular foul? So it goes against your total fouls? I did not know that. I thought a technical foul, I thought you can talk loads of smack. I didn't know it counted as a real foul. I don't think it does. If you get caught for talking smack. Anyway, because they do it all the time. That can't be a foul. KCP, guard number 8. Kings are not playing that great. 2 white guys on the floor, and 1 guy with dreadlocks who's awesome, number 25. Lopez acting like a teammate to Randall, and Randall's thinking, dude, you're going to be out of here next year. Don't be giving me a high five. coach for the Kings, younger guy. That's kind of fun. Here's the white guy. Here's the other white guy. Cooley, 45. Not the greatest shoulders. Maybe needs to hit the gym. Definitely needs to hit the gym. He's going up against Lopez. Lopez is thinking, man, how did this happen? Dreadlocks guy shoots and misses the open jumper. 24 tries to get the putback and misses it. Or 29. 29 was flying through the air, and I don't know why he missed it. Samson, number 29. But he should have been able to get the putback and the dunk. That would have been a legit dunk. Oh, he's going to the free throw line. Okay, he was fouled. Yeah, I mean, maybe he was fouled by the... Oh, here's 45. Look at those shoulders. Needs to hit the gym, but awesome parted hair. And when I complain about these guys not grooming themselves, this guy is spit and polish. Definitely comes from the United States. Most of the time, you can tell if they're looking a little funky, they come from Eastern Europe or sometimes Canada. This guy comes from America, you know, looking lost. And somebody on the Kings is grabbing his face big time. He looks like he's in pain. Caruso is saying, my bad. And number 8 gave him a tap saying, I know you didn't mean it. And I think he got hit in the eye. And that always seems like it hurts almost more than anything. Oh, yeah, his finger did get him in the eye. And he definitely didn't mean that. Though anytime that happens to you, your first initial reaction is to just punch him. He didn't mean that. You can't punch him. 52-50, 7:19 left. They pass it in. Dreadlocks guy goes up against Caruso. Lakers continue to play good defense, except on this guy. 29 shoots an open jumper. Nobody was even close to him. I don't think they're worrying about him. He missed it. And Lakers get the rebound. Kuzma's dribbling it up court and finds Lopez all by himself in the lane, and he throws it down for an easy dunk. Way to go, Kuzma, for looking alive. Not the greatest passer, but if it's open, he knows. Kuzma's been playing great the last few weeks, and he's like my favorite young guy. I just really like watching him play. I love watching Randall. Randall and Kuzma are equally fun to watch, but Kuzma just has this fight in him. That it's like a different kind. Randall has a fight, but Kuzma is. Except he just got blocked. He doesn't care. He goes up against 3 people, but Caruso will get the rebound and just put it up by himself between like 3 guys. Caruso is so sneaky. He's like a worse version of Isaiah Thomas in terms of sneaking around. And if anything, he's better because he's more reliable on defense. He knows where he's supposed to be and he gets there. Though sometimes he can't guard some of these guys, like number 5. He can't guard him for too long. Man, I think Caruso is better than Isaiah Thomas. And the white guy goes to the hoop for the Kings, misses it, looked very sloppy, and the other white guy is just standing in the lane and cleans it up. Luke Walton, furious, calls timeout immediately. And that was some of the worst display of defense I have ever seen. That looked like you went down to the Park League and we're watching. And great block from 29 on Kuzma. But I like that. I like his aggression. I like that he does that, because when he's willing to go to the hoop against 2 people and get hit and take a little bit of punishment, that's great. But when he makes them, now all of a sudden it's different, because now the defense has to guard him, and that just opens up so much more. So if Kuzma, you gotta just be aggressive, go to the hoop, make it, and then that opens up other stuff, or vice versa. Anyway, I don't know too much about basketball. On commercial break, 56-50, Lakers are up by 6, and back to Caruso. Caruso and Kuzma, man, they've been a lot of fun to watch the last couple games. And Zubac was the most fun to watch, though I don't know if he, in terms of technicalness and skill, really did too much. He did a lot of standing under the basket, and they just passed it to him, and he dunked. And he dunked 4 times in one game, which is amazing, and 3 times in a row. He was getting free points standing under the basket, and I told you guys early that a strategy in basketball, you know, if you're not very good, just want to have some fun, just go stand under the basket. Stand under the basket, and you're bound to get at least some points. Still on commercial break. Sports California coverage will resume shortly. Northern California Honda dealers and NBA, I don't think, has very good sponsors. They don't have like a good suite of sponsors. It's mainly just automobiles, fast food, and military stuff. If I was working for the NBA, that'd be the first thing that I would get on, which is get better sponsors. Maybe make a little less money, but just change it up a little bit, because nobody's getting anything out of any of this. But I'm glad that for some reason people still think that. Anyway, I don't want to get into the whole Spectrum cable. Oh, I'm supposed to be talking to you guys. People didn't come to my Dodgers stream, so let's hope that YouTube didn't shadow my account, which means that they can kind of slow you down a little bit. And here we go. I'm just gonna make sure my stream's going. During breaks, I gotta talk to you guys. Oh, what's up, guys? Hey, King Suck, stream the game. Will's channel. What's up, dude? Can't stream the game. They shut down your account. Sucks. Thanks for coming. In general, YouTube has been a little bit slow today because I just did the Dodgers game and it's on ESPN, but nobody came. Anyway, thanks for coming. Will's channel. Hope you like it. And actually, dude, I checked out your channel. I'm like, oh, who's this guy? And you gotta keep making videos, dude. It's funny. It's funny. And you know what? You know, little kids on YouTube, it works. So Will's channel, keep it up. You know, I think I watched like 3 of them, and then you posted one today too. Yeah. Anyway, Will's channel, keep it up. Anybody on Facebook? You can't ever tell if anybody's on Facebook because it freezes up. Let's take a look. Anyway, thanks for coming. Only been going 16 minutes. It usually takes a little while for people to come. But honestly, I think because it's Easter, most people are at home, so they might as well just watch on Oh, here we go. We're back. Kuzma shoots a 3. In and out. And 45, the big white guy, gets the rebound for the Kings. And Kings have the ball right now. Lakers are up by 6. Skinny white guy is going up against Kuzma, shoots in his face. That's good. And number 8, that was a little bit disrespectful, but Kuzma was on his heels a little bit. And, you know, Kuzma can do that sometimes, but that's okay. His defense got way better since the beginning of the year, and in response, Kuzma takes it right to the rim, misses the layup, and then Lopez can't get the cleanup, complaining on the other side of the court, not getting on defense as we speak. And Kings have it. Lopez still not back on defense. Now here he is. And then the white guy makes the shot in the lane. 45. Who's this guy? He's got to hit the gym. He definitely drinks beer. You can tell he drinks beer. Now Lopez is going up against the guy that drinks beer. And referees call something. And Lopez is going to be called for another kind of dribbling foul. Coach for the Kings, who's kind of a young guy, you know, kind of good looking. He's definitely a poor man's Luke Walton. He's looking pretty excited. And now the enforcer for the Kings with 5 fouls is having a great time. Yeah. Anyway, just like that, it is 56-55. Lakers are only up by 1, and the Kings have the ball right now. What's going on in the Dodgers game? Make sure you tell me. The dreadlocks little guy for the Kings, the only good player, takes it right to the hoop, no problem, around 2 Lakers defenders, including Lopez. And maybe we're going to get old school Lopez that doesn't play defense. And Caruso has the ball right now. Zubac's in the game, thank goodness, and Caruso immediately goes to the rim and makes an easy layup. And he's just so fundamentally strong compared to Isaiah Thomas, meaning that Thomas, I can see him not seeing something that's wide open. Caruso, anytime he sees something that's open, he does it, and it's easy. It's what he thinks it is. It's too bad he's so small. Kings shoot a 3, no good, and Caruso comes down with the rebound. Fast break, but they give it to Fry. Fry shoots a 3, no good, and Zubac comes down with the offensive rebound between 3 people, and Zubac is my new favorite player on the team. Missed the easy layup, didn't jump, just did like a turnaround and tried to put it in. I think he forgot to jump. It was way short, but nonetheless, he got the rebound between 3 people, and he was just too excited that he got it. Zubac's going up against the fat white guy on the Kings, and they're jockeying for position. And now he's saying, what did I do? You're the one that started it. I was actually watching that whole sequence because I was talking about Zubac, and he was just minding his own business, and then he started shouldering and elbowing him, and then he did it back, and then the referee called it, and then he goes, what was that? What did I do? You started it. Coach for the Kings is thinking that was good strategy, but it didn't work. Lakers are up by 1. And I was just kind of hoping this would be an easier game and maybe just get loads of Zubac and Caruso, and that's what we're getting right now. It was so much fun to watch last game. It was crazy. I mean, the Bucks were maybe the only team that were better than us at fast-paced offense. So as an adjustment, Luke Walton put in. You know, I called it. If you're listening, watch that, listen to that over again. I called everything the whole entire way. I mean, it's obvious I've been watching all these games, but it was just a great game. Zubac and the white guys still fighting under the basket, but the Kings drain a three, and I gotta stop looking at Zubac, start looking at the ball. Kings have 27 bench points. That's crazy. And the Lakers immediately turn it over again. What's going on? This is weird. Yeah, they found 40 wide open on the baseline for three. And wow, that was great. I mean, you can't be leaving these NBA players wide open. Like, it doesn't matter who they are, they will score. And the Lakers left that guy wide open. So, yeah, maybe defense not the greatest. Lopez I saw standing on his heels. Kuzma I saw standing on his heels once. Off to commercial break. Thanks for coming. Lakers are up by 1. And yeah, so I can't ever tell if anybody is here on Facebook because it's frozen. So, you know what? There might not be anybody here at all on Facebook. If you're here on Facebook, I can't see. Leave comments. I read them after the game, and I was trying to talk with you guys more and do less just like radio. But Facebook, pretty clunky live stream, and YouTube today a little bit dead. And YouTube never lets me down. YouTube is the greatest thing of all time. YouTube is great. Never lets me down. But today I did the Dodgers game earlier at the beginning because I'm like, oh man, screw Spectrum. I don't like Spectrum. They don't like me. A little bit of a dispute. It goes back to last November. And, you know, I maybe took it too far, started doing the Lakers. But nonetheless, I'm like, oh, screw Spectrum. Dodgers are on. Load up the whole entire screen. Get everything going for the Dodgers. Get it going, start it. And then I look and it's on ESPN. And you know what? When it's on ESPN, people watch it on ESPN. Don't worry, half the city. If you're listening, I will give you play-by-play. Anyway, on commercial break. If you're new here, I just watch with no sound and tell you exactly what I see. It's an alternative broadcast. It's an original play-by-play. I hope maybe one day to turn it into a real sports broadcast, but for now, you know, play-by-play is the first step. So you know what? I'm just going to do that. Still on commercial break, and a little jealous because most of the time when I'm doing this, like I'm watching the Lakers doing this, and their girlfriend is watching what she watches. A lot of times, you know, it's Real Housewives, or, you know, wives getting murdered by their husbands type of shows. Right now, it's a dog show. And this might be one of the only times where I'm thinking, man, I wish I was watching that dog show. $60-58. And I got to make sure I refresh this stream more. Missed the points, but we are back from commercial break. And you down with KCP? Yes, we are. Versus the Kings, he's 36 points, or 34 points the first time. And then tonight, 16 points. So he scores against the Kings. That is amazing. And honestly, he is just such a solid NBA basketball player. He's just a seasoned NBA professional. And honestly, he's worth the $17 million. It's kind of what we needed this year because we had some people missing. He's what we needed. But he took no leadership responsibility with this young team at all. So I'm thinking maybe he just thought, you know what, I'm just going to ride this one out for a year. And then who knows, maybe I'll go to another team. But he's really done great for the Lakers. Thanks for being on the team, KCP. I hope you make more money. Third quarter, 2:30 left. Sacramento has the ball. The little guy, Fox, the only good player, shoots an open jump shot, misses it. His shooting's not the greatest. His mid-range jump shot, not the greatest. But he is definitely the only ray of hope in the Kings right now, athletically. Tyler Ennis in the game, KCP in the game, Hart in the game, Zubac in the game, and number 12. Oh, number 12 is the guy from... Anyway, Ennis has it. He's Amish, or looks like an Amish guy. Wild shot. Misses it, but that's going to be out on Fox, the only good player on the Kings, and that was so weird. That was weird. Like, the Lakers were standing around doing nothing. Ennis was doing so much work, nobody was helping him. Fox was playing defense that was definitely fouled. They didn't call it, I don't think. And then the ball went out of bounds, and then we get it back, and now he's on the bench. Anyway, Lakers have it. They find Hart, who's great to see him back. The last game, he missed all his shots short. Backing in on the skinny white guy. He gives it to number 12, the tall guy. Hart shoots a three. That's good. Wow, way to go, Hart. I know you can do it. We knew that you can do it yesterday, but it's your first game back, and you're just short on every shot. Throw it a little harder. Lakers are up by 134 left in the third quarter. Make sure you leave a comment. The Kings are passing it around, and right now they give it to the fat white guy. Fat white guy gives it to a little guy. Little guy goes right around Tyler Ennis, gives it to 40 in the corner again for three. Air ball. Tyler Ennis comes down with the rebound on a fast break. They give it to Fry in the corner. He passes it around, and Hart shoots another three. No good. And then he almost got the rebound that was going out of bounds, but didn't, and jumps over some people and into the crowd. But Hart's going to be okay. 61-60. Lakers are up by 1. End of the third quarter. 3:08 or 1:08 left. And I just saw Vince Carter for the first time checking in, and I am very excited to see Vince Carter. Awesome, he is still making money playing basketball, but I haven't seen any highlights of his dunks in a little while. So something makes me think he's not dunking anymore. But maybe he'll remind the Lakers that they need to dunk more, because we used to dunk all the time with Nance Jr. He started it. He would do the first dunk, and then they would start one-upping each other, and the whole team was dunking. It was awesome. And then he left, and then the Lakers stopped dunking. They completely stopped dunking. Kings playing pretty bad offense, actually. Step out of bounds. The young coach is annoyed. Reminds me of Luke Walton a little bit. And Lakers get the ball back. Great to see Zubac in the game. And honestly, I don't think that I understood him as a player until I saw him play last game. Like, he always looks lost and confused and spazzy. But I think that's just his style. And maybe he can't jump high or play that great defense or run that fast, but he can certainly take up a lot of space in the lane. Number 12, Fry, makes a three. Who's this guy? Fry came in that trade with Isaiah Thomas. Kings have the ball. And 13, or one of them tries their best to do something, but Lakers play pretty good defense. And the Lakers have the ball. On the floor is KCP, Hart, Ennis, Fry, and Zubac. Very odd lineup out right now. Zubac is taking care of two guys, including Vince Carter. Man, Zubac, he plays the lane pretty well. Hart shoots a three, misses it, and that is the end of the third quarter. So it's 64-60. Lakers up by 4, 1 quarter to go, and we got to get more dunking. Once Nance Jr. left, nobody dunks, and every dunk you make, it goes in. 100% of the dunks, they always go in. It's awesome. What's up, everybody on YouTube? Kind of expecting more people tonight, but maybe because it's Easter. Thanks for coming. YouTube or Facebook, can't ever tell if you guys are there. Make sure you leave a comment. I'll read them after the game. And Will's channel, I don't think you're there anymore. And you know, while we're on commercial break, I am going to see what the score of the Dodgers game is. Nine to nothing. So something happened. I stopped doing it in the... See, it's a good thing that I stopped doing it, because that would have gone forever for me to do that inning. Anyway, Dodgers are up 9-0, and we just destroyed them the last 2 games, but that's funny because they are the ones that left so many runs on base, like 20 of them, without scoring. It was after winning the first 2 games. They got so many hits and didn't score once. It's a bit unlucky, nonetheless. Way to go, Dodgers, but little bit of a shaky start. But good to see you scored 9 runs, because that's much more similar to what the Dodgers normally do, like what they did last year. Oops. Oop, this one. Nope, we gotta go this one. Thanks for coming. Still on commercial break. If this is your first time, this is what I do. I just watch. I just messed this up. I just watch the game with no sound and tell you exactly what I see. Think about it like radio. And I just messed up my thing, so hang tight. End of the third quarter, still on commercial break. You're not missing much. Thanks for coming. This is definitely going to come down to the ending. Though, maybe the Kings versus the Lakers, not the most hyped up game of the year. Look at these records. 24 and 53. And when was the last time that the Kings were actually good? Oops. There we go. When was the last time that the Kings were actually good? It's probably when the Lakers beat them every time. Remember that? That was sweet. Anyway, that's back when you could just back it in, put it in. You can't do that anymore. Kings have the ball. Start of the fourth quarter. Lakers are up by 4. 24 tries his best, takes it to the lane, can't get anything going, and the Kings are not very good offensively. Lakers get the rebound. On the floor for the Lakers is Ennis, Fry, Kuzma, Hart, and Zubac. Ennis turns it over, but then steals it right back. Finds Zubac in the lane. He's going up against 2 people, but then finds Hart cutting to the rim. They double team Zubac immediately, and Hart cut to the rim. He was wide open. Nobody was on him. Made the score. That was beautiful play. That was like a real play. 66-60. Lakers continue to play pretty average to a little bit better than average defense, but the Kings are just not good. They don't have any talent. They don't have any size. They have a lot of white guys. And the only person that has any kind of skill is number 5 with the dreadlocks, but nobody helps him. And his shooting isn't awesome. Ennis has the ball, trying to get it inside the 3-point line, gives it to Zubac, being guarded by 40. Zubac has a size advantage, backing in, put it in, but missed it. Wow, that was like Shaq. That's exactly what I said. He backed in 3 times, put it in, but he missed it. Great to see Zubac doing that, and them not calling a foul. Little guy shoots a 3 for the Kings and makes it. Number 10 for the Kings. Maybe somebody's going to have to do something for the Kings, because they're not very good. 66-65. They're down by 1. Ennis cuts to the rim, but then it's stripped and the ball goes out of bounds. Mason the third drained that 3. It was a beautiful shot. He was wide open and just took it. And that's what you want to see out of those 3-point shooters, is they just do it when they're open. Fry shoots another 3. Not even close, wasn't even really open. Zubac fights for the rebound and gets it without even jumping. But then the ball goes out of bounds and the referees are talking about what happened. But Zubac, wow, when these Kings don't have anybody big. They had Hayes, number 40, and then it was Hayes and that little guy, Mason the third. And Zubac just easily got the ball and didn't even have to jump. So yeah, Zubac does pretty well in the lane. I don't know why we didn't play him more. Ennis, he didn't get any court time really. Ennis gets blocked by 40 and almost gets the ball back, doesn't, and then the Kings have the ball. Ennis is using this court time to try to do something. It's not working, but I like that he's trying something. And honestly, with Zubac in the game, you can get away with a lot more because he just gets those loose balls. He's kind of like what Nance Jr. used to do, just a little bit scrappy. And Zubac, wow, gets owned by number 10. Okay, well, Zubac is definitely a liability to little guys. The little guy just faked for a second that he was going to shoot. Zubac went flying, which meant like 3 inches. But then he just made a layup. So, yeah, Zubac is a liability sometimes. That was hardcore. Kuzma fouled. Nope. Called for something. And the Lakers continue to, maybe if not getting unlucky, or on the losing end of these fouls every time. Every time it's against the Lakers. On the close ones. Sacramento is up by 1. Zubac is just, he's something that I didn't think that he was, and now I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't see more of him. 25 shoots a mid-range jump shot and misses it. Lakers get the rebound. Zubac is just all over the place in the lane. And with all the people that we had hurt, we lost 9 games in a row. Why didn't we test out Zubac more? I mean, we had the opportunities to try different stuff. Why wasn't Zubac? This works with Zubac. We don't need Randall and Lopez to guard people when Zubac is just in the lane throwing elbows. And he's not purposely throwing elbows. That's just what he does playing. That's just how he plays. We could have done, I don't know. It seems weird that he didn't play until now, but, you know, he missed the first free throw pretty bad. Let's see how many points does he have. He's got 7 points, 2 assists, and 9 rebounds. That's not bad. Scoring leader for the Lakers is KCP with 16. Kyle Kuzma has 10. Caruso has 7. And Brook Lopez has 6. Randall has 8. And Randall has not played the best last few games in a little while. And I think that, I mean, he was playing so good for about a month, every single game, but the last 3 not quite as good. And honestly, I think that he thought that he was that good all the time, and now he's frustrated that it's just kind of gone the other way for him. Because when he's playing like a kid that's throwing a temper tantrum. Like, I like the emotion and the energy, but Julius Randle, you are a professional basketball player. Don't let that get to you. You know, I don't know. I think he thinks that. I think he knows how good he is, and he doesn't like it when he plays bad. Zubac, very sweaty, put in a lot of work, comes out of the game, and you know what? You can't keep him in for long because he plays like somebody that's manic. He plays like I do play-by-play. He just goes. Anyway, Kings missed the shot. Still up by 1. Tyler Ennis trying to get something going. Gives it to Hart. Hart, man, this guy's doing pretty good against Randle. Maybe that's the problem. And this Kuzma shoots a 3. That's good. And the Kings call timeout. 69-67. Lakers are up by 2. Vince Carter did not do much on defense there at all. Like, he was just kind of standing there, like kind of looking like he was trying to play defense. And Kuzma is like, dude, I don't believe that you're playing defense. I think you're just acting like you're playing defense. So he just shot. And sure enough, Vince Carter was just acting like he was playing defense because he didn't even get to jump. His hand wasn't even up. Anyway, off to commercial break. 69-67. Thanks for coming. It's Easter. Everybody can get to a TV. You know what? If you're on YouTube, you're on YouTube. Leave a comment. I wanted to interact with you guys a little bit more, but people just aren't. Oh, David Bizarra, come on Lakers. What's up, man? Wolves channel, come back. You left some comments, then you left. And the Kings do suck. Yeah, definitely want the Lakers to win. But I also want to see them get a lot of experience. I want them to get experience. Like do some new things, put in some new players, maybe try some plays out in the final like 5 minutes that you couldn't do throughout the whole entire season. Like anytime we had like 10 seconds left for a win, like, you know, we had the ball under 10 seconds left, we're down, we need to shoot and make it to win. The exact situation where Kobe was the best for decades, 1 decade and some change. The best. Now we don't do that. We can't even pass the ball in. We can't get people open. Lopez, he can back in on people. Randle, you know, still a little bit too much of a head case and emotional late in the game, and usually at that point he's fouled out. Or we need somebody that just shoots it. And then we gave it to Kuzma last game after everyone was saying, even you guys in the chat, I remember on Facebook, Kuzma, give it to Kuzma. And we gave it to him and he didn't get himself open. And he doesn't seem to get himself open later in the games. It's weird. Anyway, Vince Carter is overrated. ENJE epic. I don't know. That's weird. Vince Carter, I never watched him play, but I watch Vince Carter top 100 dunks on YouTube because I just love dunk videos. So I watched that top 100 Vince Carter dunks, and he's definitely the best dunker by far. So aggressive. The best dunker. Watch that video and tell me that he's overrated. Vince Carter, maybe he was overrated as an NBA player because all he could do was dunk. But watch that video, and that one video being able to is better than like almost all NBA players of all time. I watch it a little bit like meditation once a week because it's just when you see the way that he plays, what he does is he goes in for the dunk when nobody thinks he's gonna do it. Like it's weird. Everybody knows that it's Vince Carter. You're gonna dunk, but when he does it, it's just so ridiculous that that's when he's gonna do it. No one sees it coming. It is crazy, and you just never seen anybody just go for it like that. And anyway, Vince Carter may be overrated, but man, watch that top 100 dunking video once a week, like meditation, and I think you'll be more aggressive in your everyday life. Maybe ask for a raise, or you know, whatever. You know, sometimes maybe it's a good quality. Kings miss another jump shot, and I should probably just say Kings miss a jump shot without even watching, because that's what they do. Caruso turns it over. Little guy, you know what? He got kind of bum rushed by the whole team. Turned it over. Now he's back on defense. And he is much smaller than I remember. 24 goes up against Kuzma. Kuzma's defense has improved so much this season. It is insane. You remember how bad it was? Well, he stays in front of everybody these days. And Randle, going to the hoop like always, doesn't care, gets hacked. But at least they called a foul. But Randle's got screwed this whole entire year. And I've been watching, dude. You get screwed. You're young. They just don't give you those calls. And you're like, it's like you're going up against Dirk Nowitzki, and Dirk is not moving, can't move, can't jump, can't do anything. And then you're backing in, you're just playing regular basketball, a little bit of a collision or whatever it is. They call it on you 100% of the time. They're like, oh, that's Dirk. So it's just an age thing. Anyway, pretty soon you're just going to be able to back it in and then put it in. That's what we need. Back it in, put it in. It's like the easiest way to win in basketball. Luke Walton looks frustrated, sits on the bench. Don't like his plaid suit. And earlier in the season, when he was wearing the blue plaid suit, we never won. This is the green one. And you know what? We don't win that often when he's in the green one. But we do win. So that's good. Lakers have the ball. On the floor is Randall, Kuzma, Caruso, Hart, and KCP. They try to get it into Randall. And just even before the ball could come in, the guy grabbed his jersey and pulled him. So usually when this kind of thing happens, they call it on Randall himself. But it looks like tonight they're going with maybe a little bit more of a hacker Randall strategy. And it's probably not a bad one because the Lakers do not make free throws when we need to. Kuzma has it, shoots a three. In and out. Wow. That was a beautiful shot. Step back three-pointer. In and out. Kings get the rebound. Number 10, the little guy who can actually shoot and do things, gives it to 25. They give it to 0, who can actually dunk, and it's kind of hardcore, but has 5 fouls. And yeah, the Kings just can't get it inside the three-point line. And the only person that can do anything took it to the hoop, missed it, but then 24, the enforcer, made the putback. So yeah, the Kings are just struggling. And just like that, Julius Randle takes it all the way down the court, coast to coast, and makes an easy layup like they weren't paying attention. So it's 73-69, and the Kings have the ball back. And you know what? Randle, just if you want to go to the hoop, go to the hoop. Number 10, little guy, gives it to... They give it back to number 10. He's a little guy. He can drain threes, and he's got some handles. Shoots a three in Randall's face. No good. And that goes out of bounds. It's going to be Lakers ball. And Randall does seem to play pretty good defense outside. Like, he's not a big man, or he's not a little man. He's in a weird zone, but he's in the middle zone, but is strong and powerful. But you'd be surprised how fast he is on his feet because Mason the third, who's a little guy, Randall was right up there with him on defense, and he just shot a three, and Mason was like, dude, I'm gonna shoot a three right now. That's Randall. And then Randall closed the distance and put a hand in his face in literally like milliseconds. Kuzma shoots another three, misses it. Sacramento gets the rebound, and white guy shoots a three and makes it. So yeah, the Kings got a few white guys on their team. They don't seem to do anything, but number 8 finally drains a three. 73-72. Lakers are up by 1. His name is Bogdan Blagojevich. And Randall takes it to the lane again, and they don't call a foul. Do they call a foul? I don't know. I think they did. 5:15 left. And, you know, the last thing I want to do is talk more about Julius Randle getting screwed. What do you guys want me to talk about? Make sure you leave a comment. Thanks for coming. Vince Carter, top 100 dunks. That actually might be one of my favorite YouTube videos of all time. It's just, it's meditation to me. And you know what? I'm not even really a huge basketball fan. Well, I am, but I'm just a Lakers fan. Anyway, Julius Randle's at the free throw line. Missed the first one, I think. Tonight he's got 12 points on 5 of 8 shooting. And 3 for 5 on free throws. But he's trying to get points, but it's just the way that they deal with him that I can see why he's frustrated. And last game, he kind of got into like a little bit of a verbal altercation with a couple teammates and Luke Walton. And he was just kind of acting like a teenager throwing a tantrum. And he acted like he rolled his eyes when they didn't give him the ball at the ending and they gave it to Kuzma. Like, dude, Kuzma is hot. He drains threes. Maybe just can't get open for that final play. Maybe a little bit slow. I don't know. But I've seen him not get open a few times, and Kobe could always get open. Fox, the only person good, shoots and makes it. So the little guy with dreadlocks, back in the game, 74-74. It's going to come down to the ending. Thanks for coming. Randall has the ball. Going up against the tall guy with 5 fouls, gives it to KCP. The coach for the Kings is short, but looking confused. and the ball goes out of bounds, and that's going to be off of the Kings. Anyway, weird stuff is happening right now, and I think Luke Walton calls timeout, and Blagojevich walks back to his bench. Anyway, Luke Walton does call timeout. 74-74, 4:41 left. This is going to come down to the ending. Neither team playing good at all. And we're getting good experience. Let's put in Zubac. He was doing work in the lane. And who knows, maybe Zubac and Randall could be a good combo. Because that means that Randall can kind of play a little bit more I don't know. If Lopez and Randall can be so good in terms of their size and how much defense that they can do, Zubac and Randall must be equally as good, if not better. So I don't know why I've never seen those two together. Zubac does work in the lane. And that just takes all that responsibility off of Randall's shoulders, because then he doesn't have to go up for every rebound against 3 people. Every time Randall jumps, there's 3 people all over him. Let Zubac do that. Anyway, we're on commercial break. Thanks for coming. People are starting to come. Come on, Lakers. Such a good game. NJ Epic. Thanks for coming. Yeah, but he can only dunk. Oh, nice, Randall. NJ Epic. Thanks for coming. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna do more interacting with you guys. You're new, NJ Epic. I'm not sure, but before, when I started doing this, I'm like, dude, I just gotta do radio because I can do that. And this, even though it's video, it's kind of like radio. I just do that. But gotta talk with you guys. So anyway, thanks for coming. Facebook, don't ever know if anybody's here. Thanks for coming. Twitter and Twitch. My Twitch guy is always here. What's up, Twitch guy? And in the Dodgers game, I had more people on Twitch than I did on YouTube, which that's just not right. But it was on ESPN. And the only reason I'm doing this is because screw Spectrum. I blame them for the Dodgers losing the World Series. Like, who else are you gonna blame? You gotta blame them. And the reason should be obvious, but nobody's talking about it. We're back. We got a glimpse shot of Staples Center. And honestly, I used to say that Staples Center needs a bit of an upgrade. Because, they built Staples Center first and they built around it. Well, everything built around it is now cooler than Staples Center, so we got to redo the Staples Center just so it keeps up with everything else. But Dodger Stadium, I don't know how we could ever get a new stadium because we would have to play somewhere else while they're building it. But Dodger Stadium, it's looking quaint. Looking quaint, great location, but looking quaint. And we got sewer spills. Kuzma shoots a quick 3. No good. That was definitely a design play from the timeout. Didn't work, actually. And why was he so far back? Nobody was guarding him. He could have taken a couple more steps forward. That was weird. Anyway, Kings have the ball. Still continue to struggle on offense, despite the Lakers not playing very good defense. And it's working, though. I mean, it's enough. And you can kind of see the Lakers themselves as a team just not as hungry. But for some reason, last game, they were extra hungry, maybe too hungry, if you ask me. I mean, playing with emotions is great, but sometimes it can get too far, and we made a great comeback, but that's the experience we need. We have to get the emotions to make the comeback, but then in the final minute, calm down and make it and win. It's almost like we're just so excited we're in the game that we never think, holy crap, we can win. And how do we do that? Luke Walton, very stoned, wearing his $1,000 suit. And just always looking a little bit confused, talking with the officials. These days, at least, they listen. At the beginning of the season, he would just be on the bench. He's just riding the bench for 20 years. No difference. And he would be yelling at the officials, and they would never listen. And he'd get up to talk to the officials, and they would just look forward. And here's Luke Walton saying, dude, he got a little bit more respect as the season went on, and now they listen. Luke Walton, Coach of the Year, Lakers Most Improved Team of the Year. KCP turns it over. 24, takes it coast, misses it. Wow, the Kings can't get anything going. That was bad. KCP at least played good defense the other way. And then Kuzma had an wide open shot under the basket. Great pass, missed the easy layup. And that was just like missing a 2-foot putt. Kuzma's, don't be embarrassed about that. Luke Walton's got his hands on his feet, looking like, you know what, don't be embarrassed about that. That's going to happen. And Luke Walton rode the bench for 20 years. And you know what, honestly, That probably never even happened to Luke Walton because he didn't play enough. Oh my goodness. And the Lakers defense breaks down at the last second after doing so well. And Cauley Stein, the guy with 5 fouls who looks badass, just dunked on us. 77-74. Kings go up by 3, even though they're not even, they're a 4th tier team. At least we're 3rd. Cauley Stein must be playing very smart and not fouling, and just went left on Lopez and dunked, and Lopez just got owned by this guy. And maybe we're back to Lopez not playing defense. I mean, he was trying, but this guy just looks like a badass, and maybe Lopez didn't want to deal with it. Randall shoots a free throw and makes it. And I don't know why Randall's at the free throw line, but he is. They got a close-up on, oh, here comes the 45, the fat white guy with the groom. He's groomed, maybe a little too groomed. He's got the hair parted to the right, kind of like, who had hair like that? It looks very like Clark Kent. That day and age, like 1955, where you just kind of part your hair. But he looks like kind of like a 6-year-old that has his hair parted like that for his school picture. 45, fat white guy for the Kings in the game. Kings have the ball. Somebody calls timeout. Lakers are down by 1. 3:12 left. This is going to come down to the ending. Thanks for coming, everybody. Another commercial break. And got to remember to talk with you guys. What's up, YouTube? Oh, nice Randall. Make sure you leave some comments. What do you guys want to talk about? We're on commercial break. You guys think the Lakers are going to win? I thought they were the whole time because they were just kind of a better team, and it looked like they were maybe toying with their food a little bit. Or, you know, during the third quarter, I'm like, oh man, this is no problem. Kings suck. Lakers are going to win. Well, here in the fourth quarter, the Lakers never decided to win. They're still playing the same way, and it's a little bit annoying because I know that they can do it. But just not playing the best defense. Lopez is getting dunked on. And Zubac not in the game. And just when you think the Lakers can't get any better, we have the best, youngest players of all time on any team ever. Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma, Hart, Randall, and Ingram. Between them, what, combined 7 or 8 years in the league? That's a starting team. And so that's why we get screwed on calls, but that's amazing. And we think it can't get any better, and it turns out we got Kuzma, or we got Zubac and Caruso in our back pocket. And now we're showing where there's a little girl wearing an Easter dress courtside, and she was dancing like crazy, and it was super cute. And I wanted to finish my point before talking about the little kid that was super cute. And you know what? From here on out, I'm not finishing my points. If something's, I'm going to say it. Anyway, awesome dance. Like 2 years old. She didn't care. On the court, just dancing, and even the players were like, man, that is cute. 77-76. 3 minutes left, and the only good player on the Kings takes it to little teardrop shot in the lane, misses it. Lakers get the rebound, and Randall's running the other direction. They pass it to him. He goes to the rim, and is he fouled? I think Randall is going to be going to the free throw line, and that's going to be on Sampson. And this is what happens to Randall every game. It's a little bit like a hack a Randall strategy. And the Kings really blew it on offense the other direction. Not only should have the dreadlocks guy made that shot, the other guy should have cleaned it up. Like, they both kind of didn't finish the play. Like, sometimes you see like guys shoot jump shots, and I don't know how I can describe it, but he didn't finish the jump shot. It's almost like he half-assed it. And then, as a response, his teammate also half-assed the putback. And it turns out they missed both. Anyway, Lakers 78, Sacramento 77. We're up by 1, 2:46 left. Our not very good defense is still working. And the Kings jack up a 3. Brick. And Randall comes down with the rebound. Takes his time. Tries to take it to the hoop. On the floor. Passes to Hart. Hart tries to shoot. He's blocked. Number 5, the only good player on the Kings, takes it all the way down the floor. Makes the shot. And gonna go to the free throw line. That is a 3-point opportunity. And this is the only guy that we got to worry about. His name is Fox. And he's a little guy. And he's got dreadlocks. And Randall getting a little bit wild going to the lane. I think he expected contact that wasn't there. So he just kind of awkwardly on the ground, found Hart, and Hart had it, but then got blocked. Hart was out of position. He did not expect the ball there. And so we can't blame the block on him, or getting blocked on him. But, you know, it must suck. Number 5, Fox. Awesome hair. De'Aaron Fox. 11 points, 6 assists on 15 of 16 shooting. Yeah, his shooting has not been awesome, but he's the only one doing anything. Like, at all. And nobody's really helping him. And honestly, if I was him, I would be missing jump shots too. It's like, dude, sometimes I'll make them, sometimes I'll miss them. Do some work. 80-78. Sacramento's up by 2. 2:15 left. Caruso, Randall, Lopez, KCP, and Kuzma in the game. Caruso's gives it to Randall. Randall's going up against 29. Turns left, goes to the rim and fouled. And wow, the Kings in general are having a very, very, very hard time defending anybody in the lane. I think they have a size disadvantage. And every single time Randall gets the ball and he goes to the hoop, they foul him. And let's hope he makes it. Earlier in the season, we missed so many free throws, it was crazy. Like, it was an anomaly. Like, usually that doesn't happen. And what would happen is we'd be in these close games at the ending exactly like this. And we'd keep going to the free throw line and we'd only get 1 point. And then they'd just get regular amounts of points. And then we'd lose. Like, and then because we missed the free throws, not only did we lose, it was impossible for us to win. Randall makes one of them. He's got 18 points, 5 rebounds. Lakers are down by 1. Kings have it. Fox finds 0, cutting to the hoop. Lopez is trying his best. And that's going to be a jump ball between this guy. He's got two last names, and Lopez. And honestly, I don't know if I trust Lopez at the ending of this game, only because he's a... No, actually, no. Zubac was a way worse defensive liability than Lopez, because the little guy just went right around him. Like, it was embarrassing. The only thing Zubac can do is take control of the lane. But by himself against the little guy in the lane, he lost. So you know what? Let's keep Lopez in there. And now we're watching instant replay. Maybe I don't know what they're going to be doing. Oh, maybe they're doing instant replay to see if it is a jump ball. I don't know why they called it a jump ball. And I don't know what a jump ball is, like why they would do that. It's like when 2 people have the ball. But there's gray area, and when do people have it, who knows? And I think that's what they're checking right now on instant replay. Looking like, you know, just regular group of people at Staples Center, you know, just skinny white guys in skinny jeans. And, you know, Staples Center was infected. It is what it is. Lakers are in a real huddle right now. Video evidence, Luke Walton is drawing up a play, and they understood it. And they're getting better at their 1, 2, 3 go after the huddle. You know, at the end of the season, we'll figure it out. So far, we have not figured out the good oval, like the huddle, like a good oval. We just kind of stand around willy-nilly. That's okay. Maybe Luke Walton likes it that way. I mean, he didn't even coach at the beginning, but he was there. But afterwards, we still don't have the 1, 2, 3 go. Lopez was the ringleader of it, of course, probably the loudest. And always thinking, man, nobody does that. But he's going to do it every time. Anyway, 4th quarter. This is exciting. I want every single one of these games for the rest of the season to be exciting. Let's see these children, basically, flex their wings. Let them have fun. It doesn't matter anymore. Let's see what they can do. Luke Walton, go sit down, take some bong loads, and let people that know how to play basketball, because you are a Hall of Fame bench warmer. First ballot, Hall of Fame bench warmer. Kuzma gets the ball in the lane, tries to shoot, and misses the layup again, but that was well defended, not his fault. But Kuzma has missed 2 somewhat close shots in a row. The bench warmer is not warming the bench. He's pacing down the sideline with his hands on his hips. And no clipboard tonight. But, you know, at least we know now he's coaching. Earlier in the season, I mean, how could you know? And I'm sure his bosses were like, dude, Luke Walton, there's this guy on YouTube. He says that you're not even coaching, and he's been watching, and he calls you a bench warmer. Get a clipboard and just pace around on the sideline, because goodness gracious, it's YouTube. And then that's what he did. Anyway, finally, good defense from the Lakers. It happened so fast, but great defense. They're still down by 1. Randall goes to the hoop and fouled. And yeah, that was weird. The Kings the Kings were just trying their best, and they just kept getting stopped every single time. And the little guy, Fox, who's the only person doing anything, even got help that time, but it still wasn't good enough. Oh, Randall. It was also great defense from Randall. Also great. Oh, no, that was the play before. Oh, no. Yeah, no, great defense from Randall. And then Randall takes it all the way down, or runs all the way down, and then would have got the easy layup had he not been fouled. So now he's at the free throw line. And Julius Randle, maybe this is what we need to see from you at the end of the game if you ever want Luke Walton to call your number, because that was an impressive display of basketball, offensively and defensively. Or defensively and then offensively, because he could have just given up. He was the first one down the floor. That was weird. That's why it looked weird to me. Because, anyway, that was weird. Randle might have been Superman for a second there. Kings have the ball, and they turn it over, traveling. Thank goodness. 80 to 80, 54 seconds left, and the Kings turn it over traveling, number 24, and this team is not good. They have no offense. They have one good player. They got a bunch of skinny white guys, and then they got one huge guy that's all tatted up that everybody's scared of. And now there's another instant replay. And can you do instant replay? Oh, I got some subscribers. Abigail and Antonio, thanks for subscribing. If this is your first time here, this is what I do. I just watch with no sound and give you an original play-by-play. Think about it like radio if you can't get to a TV. Or you can watch the game and listen to me so you can see why I'm saying what I'm saying. But most people are at work or driving and they listen to me. And if you like the Dodgers, I'm doing Dodgers too. Screw Spectrum. Oh, Abraham Rubio, another subscriber. Thank you so much. Tie game. And we're on an official review, though I don't know what they're reviewing because I don't listen with sound, and it wasn't totally obvious. Here, it's in slow motion. What are they doing? Oh, KCP, did he? Nothing happened. Oh, did he? They're seeing if he stepped out of bounds. And Luke Walton was standing right there and said that he stepped out of bounds. And the Kings. Did he step? I don't know. Either way, tie game, 54 seconds left. Kings, not looking good. Gonna have to make some moves in the offseason. And what's funny is they used to be good, and they used to lose. Yep, it's Lakers ball right now. And points, Sacramento's got, sometimes I can't understand the points, but Sacramento's getting more points off of turnovers. Crusoe's in the game, gives it to Randall. Randall, just take it in your own hands. Do it yourself. Gives it to KCP. KCP tries to get it back to Randall, turns it over, and 24 dunks the other direction. Lakers are down by 2, 36 seconds left. Crusoe finds Randall under the basket, and there's a foul. No foul, and the Kings have the ball. 27 seconds left. Lakers turn it over when they didn't need to. Luke Walton is yelling. The only good guy on the Kings has it right now. 20 seconds on the main clock, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Luke Walton is pissed. Lakers continue to play average defense that's good enough for the Kings. The only good guy shoots and rattles it in Randall's face. And Randall played good defense. Lakers are down by 4 with 9 seconds left. And this is exactly the type of thing that's been happening all year. It's been happening all year. And at least this time it wasn't free throws. But it's just, we're a young team, and sometimes at the end of the game, when there's only a couple minutes left, that's just something you can't practice, and the Lakers appear like a team that doesn't know what to do all season. And then at the beginning, Luke Walton didn't do much coaching, but then he started coaching, and then we got better offensively, defensively, we developed some players, we improved. But during that whole time, we never improved at all at the final 3 minutes of basketball games that are close. We didn't improve. If anything, we got worse. We started off here, we got worse, and then we just leveled out. And yes, we've had games, a couple good games here and there where we play well in the final few minutes, but still don't really seem to win. The only one I can think of is when Lopez made those 2 free throws against Orlando Magic. Gordon made that sweet. Anyway, continue to really mess up. Now we're taking a look at the announcers. Randall is complaining to the referees. This time, you know what, Randall? You got screwed this season. Every single game, you get hacked. They never call it. This referee is trying his best to get Randall away from him, but Randall keeps following him. And there's still 9 seconds. What are you looking for? Still 9 seconds left. Lakers have the ball. KCP, Lopez, Randall, Hart, and Kuzma. They get it into Lopez. Lopez gives it to KCP. KCP shoots a 3. Not good. Lopez shoots a 3. That's good. And there's 1.8 seconds left. Lakers are down by 1. They pass it in, and then we foul. But there's 0.2 seconds left, and I don't think we can win. 84, 83, 0.2 seconds left, and the Kings are going to the free throw line. And KCP missed the first 3. Nobody could get open. Lakers got the offensive rebound. Lopez jacked it up, went right in. It was perfect. But when the Kings passed it in, we had a hard time fouling quickly. Or I don't know if it was our fault or not, but looks like the game is over, and the game's over. Final score 84-83. Lakers lose by 1 in a little bit of a heartbreaker, only because it looked like we were toying with our opponents for a little while and just messing with them, and we weren't trying. Fourth quarter comes around, and we don't step it up at all, and then we lose at the very ending. I mean, what do you think is going to happen, Lakers? Play some basketball. Luke Walton, Hall of Fame bench warmer. Not the greatest at coaching at the end of basketball games to people that are probably about his age. Anyway, thanks for coming, everybody. I'm going to read the comments. If this is your first time here, give me a subscribe. If you can't get to a TV, I got your back. And if you don't like me a second time around, then you can go. You know, give me 2 tries. This isn't easy. Here we go, reading comments. Here we go, reading comments. Hey, Kings suck. Stream the game at Will's channel. That guy makes videos. He's a kid making videos, and kids making videos on YouTube is a good thing. Because it's interesting that children can't really make content for adults. Like, it can't happen. Like, no teenager's ever written a novel, right? Just can't happen. Anyway, but children can make content for other children. That's what's so interesting about it. Will's channel, keep it going. Dave Baraza. Come on, Lakers. Ian J. Epic. This is such a good game. I was going to chat, but I'm a Kings fan, so yeah, Correa got hits. You can chat all you want. Vince Carter is so overrated, and I'm sorry, Correa, for missing that comment before. I didn't see it. I'm down with Kings fans. Yeah, but he can only dunk. Come on, Lake Show. Is Stein still in the game? He got into foul trouble and playing super hardcore. They took him out, and then they brought him back in, and he was able to not foul out and was contributed. So yeah, Stein actually, he stepped it up. And dude, he's pretty scary looking. I hope they win. Crown Lion Basketball. That looks like LeBron, and I will absolutely take that. Can you show the game? Can't show the video. Arjun, they shut down my accounts. The Olympics got one of my accounts right now. So one of my accounts actually is in dispute. I can't have both. Come on, Lakers. I am Baby Groot. No. That seems about right on the O's. Chris Riviera, just sub. Yeah, I don't see all the subs. Thanks for subbing. I am Baby Groot. Same. Richard Cortez. The Lakers gonna win finals next year, though. Well, one thing is for sure. We got a team that's awesome, but just can't get to the playoffs yet. If we get a free agent, absolutely. Luke Walton, he's going to figure it out. Luke Walton's going to figure it out. And maybe he's just has a little bit of the Phil Jackson in him, in which he thinks that he should let the children learn how to play the games themselves. And he does very little coaching. But then I think, okay, well, he's standing up on his feet, barking orders like throughout the game. So what is he doing? Is he doing standoffish coaching? Or are you going to be directing the team in real time on the floor? Pick which one you want to do. Paul George or LeBron. Okay, well, that is a tough one. That is a tough one because honestly, the only thing that I've seen of Paul George was when the Lakers played him this year, and he didn't play good games. So I don't know what he's capable of or what he's good at, but I know he's really good and he's young. The only reason I'm going to say LeBron James is because I think that he has the experience and the respect and the size, and he will teach these kids how to play basketball. I mean, I think we need to get the most out of we got lucky to have all this value on the team now. Let's make sure we get the most out of it. And I think LeBron gives us the best opportunity for these other kids to learn how to play correctly. That's why I'll say LeBron, but I don't really know. I'll take either. Thanks for all the comments. Going to check on Facebook, but it never seems to be working. Oh, we got some comments, but I can't ever... One time I got like so many of them, like 200, and it wouldn't load. And ever since, it hasn't loaded. Yeah, it's not loading. I see some of them. Mark Cabonillas, emojis, Alicia, hooray. Alicia, what's up? You waved at me. Glad you're here. Yo, yo, all the way from Texas, Kobe's the GOAT, Deuce Major Strain Gonzalez, sweet name. Too bad the Lakers didn't win. We could definitely use them, because we could use them in the final, on the final shot. That's something that I took for granted so long as a Lakers fan. Didn't realize that he was really, I mean, I knew he was good at it, but I didn't realize that you can lose games in the final minute so easily. But it turns out, like, people love to say that this is like a top-heavy game with the good players meaning so much, but from what I've seen, that's true. But if you don't play defense, 100% of the people will score on you right now. Right now, they'll do it. So yeah, I mean, everybody's good. KCP is GOAT. Oh, KCP, glad we have him. Game at keep the lead fourth quarter. Alicia, we did not. Alex Miller, they are not the same at all. Come on, Lake Show. Go, go. Lakers will be in the playoffs next year, I swear. Mark Luigi M. Lazaro. Thanks for the comments, everybody. Can't get all of them on Facebook. And I know people that watch Lakers on Facebook have a tendency to come from the Philippines. At least half of you guys. Took me a little while to check the analytics, but, you know, that was something to learn. And if you're the one guy trying to learn English, listening to me, probably not a good idea, but glad you're watching the Lakers. Thanks for coming, everybody. Who doesn't love him, I hope? Yeah, I am Baby Groot. Thanks for coming. Come back next time. And honestly, because if you guys do want to support the channel, there's really not much people can do. I just have to keep doing it and get better at it. Come earlier in the streams. Like, I know that I don't get a lot of my notifications, so I just have to, like, remember and click the bell, because they don't give you all the notifications. If you do want to help, just come earlier in the games and just start chatting. You know, let's have something to talk about. And that's the most you can do. And thanks for coming. Really appreciate it. You know, you're listening to me talk. That is, it's an honor. I'll keep doing it. Here we go. The good, the bad, and what to look forward to. The good. The good. The good was Randall did not give up his style of play that was working. Every single time he went to the hoop, there was 3 guys on him. He knew he was going to take punishment. Sometimes he made it, but he knew that he was going to go to the free throw line, and they were limiting his upside potential. He had 19 points, but he only could get so many considering he was going to the free throw line, and he doesn't make many of those. The Kings picked a strategy and stuck with it, and then as a response, Julius Randle kept doing the same thing, but even harder. And I like that, because that shows everybody else that he's willing to do that. So the good Julius Randle, 19 points, the leading scorer, but that was a tough 19 points. He earned it. And a team or him or people could have seen what they were doing to him and said, dude, well, they're just doing hack of Randall. I don't even know why. But he didn't. He kept doing it, and he got frustrated, and I think he knows he's better than he has been the last few games. And he was on a bit of a hot streak for the last couple months. He was by far the best player on the team for 2 months. It was awesome. It was consistent, and give him all the money he wants. I'll start a Kickstarter. Everyone throwing $1. Julius Randle. And I think he started believing that he was that good, not realizing that sometimes you can just be running good, and, you know, you're running hot. And the last few games, he hasn't been running as good. And I think he just is frustrated about that. Now he's seeing that maybe he's not as good as he thought he was, and he just keeps going. So I like that attitude, and I like that he never stopped. So the good was Julius Randle, best player on the team. Ingram's my favorite, but Julius Randle is the best right now. But Kuzma, I love Kuzma. Love Kuzma so much. Anyway, the bad was the Lakers. You know what? I'm gonna do 2 goods. I'm going to do 2 goods. The good was that the Lakers got more experience in the final 2 minutes of a close game, because the only way they're going to learn how to do it is to actually do it, because I don't think you can match the intensity of that basketball on the practice court. So who cares if we lost? We're not going to the playoffs anyway. we got experience late in the game. We lost, and maybe we improved for next time. We got experience late in the game. That is a win. What to look forward to? What to look forward to is the Lakers being good. I mean, we were talking about the free agent before. Magic, who knows exactly what he's doing, and he knows he might be the only person that actually knows how smart Lonzo Ball is. Because the only two people that know that are Magic Johnson, Lonzo Ball. I mean, I bet you Lonzo's dad doesn't even realize how smart he is. So we'll see. Magic knows what he's doing, and he's set up this team in a way. You know, you have to set your foundation up. You have to do things to set yourself up for the future, and Magic is doing that, and he's done that. They're putting money. Anyway, he's done that. We're gonna get the free agent, and they're doing the things that a team needs to do to improve. Anyway, that's what to look forward to, is watching Magic and his ideas and what he wanted to do with the Lakers play out. Good or bad, it's going to be interesting. And you know what? Something makes me think Magic knows exactly what he's doing. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to go. Running out of words. Thanks for coming. I will see you guys next time. Make sure you give me a subscribe. Come back next time. If you want to help chat early in the stream, doing Dodgers videos, but I know that there's not really too much crossover, but I'm doing Dodgers too. So when this season's over, check out a Dodger video every once in a while. Thanks for coming.